Welcome to another very special Mark Miller Subaru sponsored Veteran Spotlight. Today I have the honor and pleasure of talking to retired U.S. Army Colonel Victoria Burgess. How are you doing, Victoria? Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
First off, as always, I like to start the interview by just saying thank you for your service and thank you for the sacrifice that you made for us here in the States. We really appreciate it. Let's talk about your background and what inspired you to join the military in the first place.
Well, I was an Army wife in Berlin, Germany, and I was bored out of my mind. And I couldn't go to all kinds of things. When General Westmoreland came to town, I couldn't go because I was a dependent. So my husband decided that he'd just get me a direct commission because I had a PhD in psychology and, you know, I had some background. So he got me a direct commission, and then I was able to do what I wanted. Mm-hmm.
You served in the 328th General Hospital as well. That was attached to the 7th Medical Command. What were your duties like as you were involved in that?
Well, mostly I was an administrator, but I was head of a battle fatigue unit in Desert Storm.
You're dealing with a lot of post-traumatic stress. You're dealing with a lot of wounded warriors. Their psyches are wounded rather than their physical bodies. How was that different than working in other parts of the military?
Well, I left 5 children. I was a single parent, and I left 5 children. So my daughter quit. She went to Wellesley, and she quit school to come and take care of them.
What is that like as a woman, and why is it important to have women in the military? Because I think it is something that's very important.
Well, I think it's easier when you're a colonel and when you're a doctor. And so I don't think I had some of the prejudice that other people do. But the military was the best job I've ever had. It was one of the major things in my life that I'm proud of. I've got a wonderful pension that's more than my Social Security. And so there's just so many advantages.
And I know that something that you really wanted to talk about today here was the fact that you kind of wanted to share and encourage other women to seek out opportunities in the military. Yes. That it's not just this thing for men only. It's not just this hardcore men's culture. That there is a place for women there, and there's women needed, very much needed in the military.
Very much needed and appreciated. And I think it's really something that younger women should consider as a job. We even had a colonel's club when we came home that we met periodically. And then when my youngest child got sick, the nurses came and took care of him. I mean, it was such a club, such a camaraderie.
Camaraderie, yeah, absolutely. It's that you develop those family bonds in a way through these very difficult experiences.
Situation.
If there's one last thing you would want to tell our audience about your experience in the military, what would that be, Victoria?
So war is complicated and tragic. What I want to tell you, being in the military helped me be, when it said the motto of the Army is be all you can be, the Army certainly helped me to be all I can be.
It helped you achieve what you thought in your eyes was the best version of yourself.
Yes.
Excellent. That's fantastic. What would you say to any of young girls that may be watching that may not even be considering the military as a career option?
It's the best job I've ever had.
Really, hands down?
Hands down.
And you've done a lot.
Uh-huh.
Wow, that's very interesting. Well, she highly encourage you to join the military. We'd love it. We need more people to serve in the military. We need more people to dedicate their lives. And again, I want to thank you for taking the time to come in and talk to us, and sacrificing your time and your time with your family as well. That must have been a hard time for you.
Yes. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. That was another Veteran Spotlight presented by Mark Miller Subaru. Be sure and tune in. Next time we'll have more stories from veterans from across the state. And if you have a veteran that you would like to highlight, send an email to nicole@parkcity.tv. We'll see you next time.
Hello, my name is Jeff Miller. I'm the General Manager of Mark Miller Subaru. Over the past 4 generations, my family has welcomed the brave men and women of the United States Armed Forces to Mark Miller Subaru with open arms and open hearts. In addition to creating a workplace where veteran employees thrive, we're proud to support causes that sustain our local veteran community, especially the veterans who need it the most.